Hey Pink Group! I'm here today to talk to you about retention. Louise and Joe have asked me to come on and speak to you about your leaky buckets. Louise is going to see that title and she's going to think, what is Leanne up to now? It sounds so much like a euphemism. It's really not meant to. Say hi as you hop on. I can see you all jumping on now. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay, but do say hi so I can engage with you all. Hi Lola, how are you, my lovely? Hi Karen, hi guys, hi Claire. Claire, I loved your post the other day. I got to hug my mum. That was like the happiest post of 2021. Hi Jamie, hi guys, hi Manbir. While we're waiting for people to jump on, I have to say I'm in agony today. I don't know how many of you have been back down the gym, but I've started doing yoga trapeze again and I haven't done it in like 6 months and I'm using muscles I didn't even know I had. It's horrendous. I can barely move. Thank you, Jamie. Okay, so why have I called this live There's a Hole in My Bucket? Because this live is all about retention. It's all about bringing people into your business and holding on to them, more importantly. But I can't talk about retention without first talking about attrition, which is the opposite of retention. So attrition basically is when you have more people leaving your business than you have entering your business. And I have to say that you have to be okay with that. It's completely normal in network marketing to have attrition or even to go through periods of growth and then periods of attrition. Every single top leader goes through it, including Queen Shari. And the difference is that top leaders understand that it's part of the game and that you just have to be okay with it. Hi, Emily. Thanks, Joe. So if you haven't experienced it yet, guys, you will. So that's a bit of a warning for you. It's normal, but you are not the only one. It's all part of it and there are ways around it. You have to remember that people are professional quitters. We quit things every single day. Some good things like smoking and drinking and whatnot, but people quit jobs, they quit school, they quit marriages every day. So it's just a part of human nature. And you have to have the mindset as though you owned a traditional business. Like, let's use McDonald's, for example. When someone leaves McDonald's, the owner of that franchise doesn't go, oh no, we've lost another teenager. Lord help us. This doesn't work. They don't say that. They just go and recruit another person and replace, the person that they lost. And they keep building. They don't go around telling everybody McDonald's doesn't work. They keep building their own business. So one thing that I do want to say with retention is that the danger zone is in the first 90 days of people joining your business. That is when people are the most likely to quit. And on top of that, the longer people stay, the more likely they are to stay. So if you've had someone be on your team as a presenter for 1 year, they are more likely than someone who's just started to stay for another year. If you've had someone buying from you for 2 years as a customer, they're more likely to buy for 4 years than a new customer. So the longer people stay equals the longer they stay. Does that make sense? So those first 90 days is the danger zone. And I've spoken a lot about attrition and people quitting, but I also want to say there are people who are never going to leave as well. There's people who love Unique and they love network marketing. They believe in what they're doing. They believe in this business and they're always going to stay. And our job is to find as many of those people as we can and not to focus on the people that leave, but the people who really want to be here and who really believe in the mission and what we do, they're the ones that you want to find. And when that's your focus, when you're trying to find those Y-lifers, then every single year you're building on top of what you built last year, okay? So focus on where you want to go. Focus on the people who want to stay and not the people who want to leave. So the leaky bucket, I want you to think of your business as a leaky bucket. In other words, you're going to have people joining. If you're doing your job and you're recruiting and you're teaching duplication to your team, you're always going to have people joining, but you're also always going to have people leaving. and it's our job to keep the bucket topped up with water and to make our holes as small as possible. Everyone has holes in their bucket, but we need to make our hole as small as possible. I'm sorry, I can't say that with a straight face. So I'm going to give you a training from Eric Worre today. But before I do that, I want to talk about the main reasons why people do quit. So first of all, we have a really, really, really low price of entry. So if you, I'm not going to look at the smiley faces because I'm just going to go. If you look at a traditional business like a franchise, like McDonald's, to set up a business like that, you have huge overheads. Like you have ground rents, you have to sign a lease, you have to put in your life savings. Maybe you're running a business where you have to hold loads of stock. And so for those kinds of people, it's not easy for them to quit on their business in the first 90 days because their family investments is like, their family savings is invested into it. With us, very low price of entry. You get a huge makeup kit in return, so there's not really any skin in the game with our sign-up fee. It's easy to start, it's also easy to walk away, so that's something that we really have to remember. People quit early on because it's not as easy as they thought it would be. Maybe it involves more work than they anticipated. Maybe they didn't get early results. Maybe a friend or family was mean to them, or maybe they faced their first bit of rejection and they decided it wasn't for them. But whatever, like, people quit, it's cool. So, Kirsten, I knew you'd pick up on that. So we want to make our holes in our bucket as small as possible. So I'm going to give you a training from Eric Worre, which is called Over the Line. Everyone has a line in their mind. Everyone has a line. Even you have a line. And on one side of that line, it's easy to quit. On the other side, it's easy to stay. Is this the right way around for you? I've done it in marker pens so that I can flip the paper. I think it's the right way around. Our job is to bring people into the business and get them over that line as quickly as possible in as many ways as possible. So I'm going to lay a few of them down. Okay, so the first one is proclaim. So you want to get your new starters to proclaim to the world as quickly as possible what they're doing. Update their status, tell their friends, tell their family, shout it out to the world that they're part of Unique, that they're doing this, because that's going to make it harder to quit. we want to make it easy for them to stay, right? If they've told everybody what they're doing, then they can't then turn around and say, you know, actually I've quit the next day. They're going to say, you know, I've told everybody, I can't quit now. I've got to give it some time. It's going to be embarrassing if I backtrack now and tell everybody, no, I'm not doing it anymore. And they only gave it a day. If they don't tell the world, if they don't tell their friends and family, then it's easy to quit because no one need ever know, you know? So that's the first thing, is proclaim. Get them to proclaim it to the whole world. The next thing, I don't think this is going to come as any surprise. I've totally spelt it wrong. Friendship. I think I've spelt that wrong, haven't I? Friendship. I before E except after C. Yeah, I spelt it wrong. Anyway. So, not everybody in network marketing is in it to be earning 6-7 figures a month. Some people are genuinely in it because they love the community, and some people do join to earn big money, but then they discover the opportunity, and that's why they stay, because they fall in love with the friendships. When people develop a connection with their upline and they feel supported, it makes it harder to quit. When people are being built up and supported by sidelines, when they feel a connection with people and they feel helped, it makes it harder to quit. When someone is plugged into a lovely community that's always positive, that they get to socialize with, that they get to have fun with, it makes it harder to quit. Socializing feels good, especially these days, especially in these crazy times. So friendship is a really important one with retention. As soon as people join your team, you want to be adding them to your chats, to your sidelines, introducing them to like-minded people who you think they'll get on with, and make sure that they feel involved, that they're kind of centric in the community. It's so important. If there's no support, if there's no community, if there's no socializing, if they feel completely disconnected from the team, it's easy to quit. You got it. Okay, so next. This is an important one. I'm going to spell it right this time. The next way to get them over the line: early wins, quick wins. Remember I said that the first 90 days is the danger zone in network marketing. If they don't get early wins in those first 90 days, they're very, very likely to quit. So you need to be helping your teamies get those early wins, even if it's small, even if it's just, you know, a tiny shout out for doing their first live, earning their first bit of commission, no matter how small it is. It's a really important way to make it easier for them to stay, because those early wins make them believe in themselves. Getting them their first recruit, you know, helping them to build their first teamie, because then they have a family and they're not going to leave their family when they've got people who've joined up and have put their faith in them. So early wins are really important. A good way to do this is to set assignments. Set them assignments, purely income producing activities in the first week. Contacting their hot market, give them the tools as well. Don't just set assignments, give them the tools, give them a script that they can take to their hot market, teach them how to do a kit unveil, all of the things that we do in the first week. 5 days of mascara to help them get that first win. Do 3-way chats with them. So if they have someone who they believe would be interested in the opportunity, don't leave it to them to recruit them because they're brand new, they don't know what they're doing yet. Say to them, put them in a 3-way chat with me, let me speak to them and I'll help you recruit them. And you're helping them get that early win and you're helping them get that skin in the game. When they hit their first rank as well, you know, all of a sudden they're receiving a charm, they're getting recognition. When they hit fast start, they're getting huge amounts of recognition. They're getting all of these Y-Cash gifts and it's addictive. It makes people want more of that. So these early wins are really important. And also, while I'm talking about early wins, have a conversation with them about what they want to get out of this and help them achieve their goals, their dreams, their wishes, not yours. They might just want to earn £100 that month. So help them to do that. Do not push them to be earning £500 a month if they've told you they only want to earn 100. Because when you push people, you push them away. You push them away. So no pushing. And also, I'm going to lump this in with early wins as well. Get them excited about the products. Get them trying the products really early. Get them excited about, you know, what we have to offer, about the opportunity. If they're not excited about the products, if they're not getting results early on, makes it easy to quit. Okay, next. This one makes me sad. You'll see why. But not for long. So the next one is events. Okay, it's not going to be long until we can all meet up in person again. This one's really, really important for retention because events cause people to make friendships, to make friendships. It helps people to feel connected to the company. It helps them feel like they're having close contact with corporate. Events cause people to feel energized and excited, and because they're fun and they're empowering and they're full of music, and like, when else do you get to do that as an adult? It helps them to learn the bigger picture of the company. It helps them to learn about, you know, what we stand for, about where we're headed, about the vision of the founders, about the unique foundation, about our mission. And it helps people really get to like feel that on a deeper level, much better in person than behind a computer screen. Events help them get to know our founders, Derek and Melanie, and to see their heart. And also the C-suite staff that we have as well, like Ben Riley. I mean, I challenge anyone to meet Ben Riley and not love him. So all of these things, you know, they'll experience at events. They're going to get inspired because they're going to learn about the incentive trips, about any campaigns that we have running, about any new products that we have. They'll learn about that firsthand at events. And also there's lots of personal development at events as well, which in itself is really inspiring. They're going to receive training, they're going to learn the skills, which in turn is going to build their confidence, and all of this causes people to stay. So events, mega important when it comes to retention. Next, we're getting there. 5 steps to success. Yes, Claire. I will read your comments, I promise. I'll wait until I'm done and then I'll go through them. Okay, next. Self-development. You knew that that was going to be in there somewhere. So for me personally, like from my personal experience, if I didn't do self-development, I would have quit in the first couple of months. There's no doubt in my mind that I would have. I probably would have come up against my first challenge and I would have said, nope, I can't do this. So self-development, it inspires you, especially the network marketing books like The Flip-Flop CEO, because you hear all of these stories of other network marketers who've succeeded and live extraordinary lives. So it gives you inspiration, it gives you information, it teaches you the skills, it gives you belief, it gives you some perspective as well on what to expect from the industry, the challenges that you're likely to face, the rejection you're probably gonna get, the obstacles, and it helps you to overcome all of that. So that's the biggest thing that self-development does for someone in their first 90 days, is it helps them to develop that resilience to overcome the obstacles. It helps people bounce back after failures, because in my first few months, actually the whole way through my unique journey, I failed many times, and most people who don't do self-development, when they fail, they tend to quit because they take it as an indication that they're no good and they should probably quit while they're ahead. Self-development teaches you that you can only grow and you can only move forward if you fail lots and often, and you take that failure not as an indication that you can't do this, but more as a lesson. It teaches you what not to do. And as long as you have the mindset to look at that failure and to learn from it and to grow from it and do it differently next time. Winston Churchill, he said that success is nothing but the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. It's one of my favourite sayings. And without self-development, people don't understand that. They need to read these quotes. They need to read these lessons on failing so that they can move forward. And it helps people to develop as leaders. So, you know, all of those things that I've just listed, the main reasons why people quit, basically, self-development helps people to overcome that. So I feel like self-development is a really important one that makes it easy for people to stay. Okay, next, we're coming to the end now. This is so important in people's first... I'm running out of space. In people's first 90 days. Realistic expectations. Okay, so what a lot of people do to get building a team is they inflate the product and the opportunity, and they go around saying, you know, it's easy, the products sell themselves, everybody's making loads of money over here, and then what happens is when they join, they find out the hard way that it's not easy. It's never easy to build a business. It's never plain sailing. It always takes a certain level of work, and if you overinflated the opportunity or the products to them, then it's going to break that trust, it's going to make you look inauthentic, and it's going to kind of ruin the friendship a little bit. So it's really important to be honest but enthusiastic about what we do. And I always say it's better to under promise and over deliver than to over promise and under deliver, if that makes sense. And also under realistic expectations, I want to say that it's really important to inoculate them against the challenges that they're likely to face in the future. So just like at the moment, people are having all of these inoculations against COVID so that, you know, when it eventually happens to your body will be able to cope with it. It's the same in network marketing. You want to inoculate people against the challenges that they're likely to face so that when they do face them, they're able to overcome it. So, you know, one of the times when we lose the most people in network marketing is when a new company launches, which happens several times a year, and then people from another that company will come and say to your girls, we've got the best ground floor opportunity ever over here. We're going to be the next big thing in network marketing. We have the best compensation plan. The grass definitely is greener here. You could be the next Claire Cowan if you join right now because you'll be one of the first. If you prepare your teams that this is going to happen at some point, then when it does happen, your team is going to come to you and they're going to say, oh, well, Leanne warned me about these evil people that come and try to sway me to the other grass. Blah, blah, blah. Exactly, Claire. So that's called inoculation. It's preparing people for what's to come. So when it does happen, they're not shocked by it and they're not fooled by it. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. So you want to be getting your new team members over the line as quickly as possible with all of these different ways. So the natural pull of life is going to be pulling us all back to this section where it's easy to quit. And like many people on this live, you know, you'll be feeling yourself pulled, thinking, oh, should I just quit? Should I just give up? And so it's not just for your new starters, it's for you guys as well. You know, when you are feeling discouraged and you feel like giving up, proclaim it all over again. You know, get your skin back in the game, reconnect with people, build those friendships up again, get yourself some quick wins. Like there's no better way to get yourself motivated than to get some quick wins. Do some affiliates. Get yourself to one of the events because they are going to open up again soon. We've got both conventions on sale at the moment. Do some self-development and remind yourself about what to expect and the realistic timeframes and the realistic things that you're going to go through on your way to success. Okay, and that's it. I'm just going to go through and see if there are any questions. Friendship spelt right. I was looking at it like, I'm sure that's right, otherwise I've been spelling it wrong for years. Yeah, do you know what? It is spelt right. It is. I can see it is now. But it's so weird because I'm writing it and then I'm showing it back to front so that it's the right way around for you guys, so I'm getting confused. Ah, thank you, Rebecca. Ah, that's kind. Oh, thanks, Joe. I was like, have I spelled fiend instead of friend? Clever clogs, yay. Kirsten, you're so naughty. Okay, guys, I can't see any questions, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching, lovelies, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.